Greetings, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great trading day today. Just wanted to share with you a couple things. I know we don't have the live stream tonight because the market is closed tomorrow, but I just wanted to kind of show you some cool price action that happened on the SPX today. The type of stuff that we look at in the private Twitter feed, but here, just kind of want to show you at the open, right? So you kind of have to gauge, what's going on, right? In the with the subscription, I tweet out, all the different, floor pivot levels and kind of make it very easy for everybody to follow along with what we're looking at intraday. And so if you look here at the daily pivot level, we basically gapped up a little bit today, and then kind of pushed down, and then came up with a northern doji, right over the daily pivot. So this is pretty bullish looking candlestick. And then what we saw is we kind of opened right over, and then we pushed to the upside, and this was looking really bullish because it was green, following a bullish candlestick. So all that had to do is close green, and we might have looked to go long there. But what we saw is that it couldn't hold that. That's why it's always important to wait for your bar to close, right? So you never want to assume it's going to do one thing, right? So it was really looking good, and then kind of came back down. This sort of was your first sign of weakness right here, that hey, maybe this bar is not going to work so well. And then you got a Yorikiri bar right here, right? Pretty strong to the upside. But then look what happened. So with the Yorikiri bars is they leave that upper shadow, right? And so when you have upper shadow, and then one more upper shadow, right? You start to ask, okay, well, maybe this is not as strong as I was thinking it was. And then you get this nice push here down below the daily pivot. Great place to enter right here, and then you have that, and then this huge push to the downside, which was just a wonderful push to the downside, right? Options, more than double there, and then it pushes even farther to the weekly pivot level. This is a good place for it to bounce, but as you guys start to see in time, is that the market doesn't just go up down, right? It takes some finesse and some price action, right? So what we had here is this push to the downside, and then we had a bear flag. So we tweeted this out in the private Twitter feed here. Break to the downside, right? And breaks the weekly pivot, and then another push to the downside. So that was a great trade. That was 29.04 all the way down to 28.94. I mean, over the last couple of days, that was like a 10-point move. It was huge, right? So and then it got a little bit further downside, right? And then what happens is we fill the gap. And then we have to see this trend line right here. We have this trend line from that decline right there. Then it gets above it, right? Closes a little bit below it, and then pushes, right? And then gives you a key reversal bar. Remember yesterday we talked about reversal bars. And so we have this reversal bar right here, basically right off of the gap close and the S1 level. And then look right there, boom, nice push to the upside, 28.93 all the way to 2900. So nice move right there. These options were a double. And then finally one more price action. So now so what we see here is, we're basically forming a channel, kind of comes to the downside. Look what it did. So this is a bearish bar right here, and then look what it did. It gave you a doji bar right at the weekly pivot, right? And so from there, you have a kind of this trend line up, and then that broke to the upside. Here's your confirmation bar. It starts to take out these levels, and then from there, it was just upside, right? So 28.98 all the way up, right? So 29.05, right? Just a nice trade for the last day of the week, right? Got a little bit tricky here, right? You had a tweezer top, so it looked like it was going to be a nice reversal. Broke the upper trend line, and then just couldn't get any follow through. And then you basically chop for the rest of the day. So just kind of want to show you a couple, different price action things, how we look at things, and how we can be successful as traders. And I'm here to help. So if if you guys want to subscribe to the newsletter this weekend, it'd be more the merrier. It's coming out on Sunday, and of course you'll get access to the free private Twitter stream too. So if I take a trade, you get to see and kind of learn, and then we do the daily videos where we talk about our trades and all that good fun stuff. So in the meantime, I hope everybody enjoys their holiday and has a blessed weekend, and we'll see you guys on the free YouTube live stream on Sunday night where we'll continue talking about price action. So have a great weekend, everyone.